Let me ask you about some of the services that, again, may come as a surprise to people who have not had direct contact with Hospice of the Valley. Let's talk about the food. Okay, do I have the same menu as the lady down the hall and the fellow across the aisle? Or can I specifically ask for things that I like?
You can ask for whatever you want. We don't restrict your calories. You can have hot fudge sundaes all day long. You can have Jell-O and tea all day long. A lot of people don't feel like having a big meal. They can eat all hours of day and night. Families are encouraged to bring family cooking in. People are encouraged, if their favorite thing is a burrito from who knows where, they bring those in, anything they want.
I am an extraordinarily healthy person, but I might lie about that just in order to spend a few days here, considering the menu already. All right.
So, just so your wife won't bug you about what you're eating, right?
Yes. What about music therapy? I heard a harp when I came in.
Music therapy is extremely valuable. And you've read studies, I'm sure, about they even use music in ICU to bring people's blood pressure down. Well, it's soothing, and patients have described it it helps them distribute their anxiety, so it's not all coming, inside themselves. It helps them move it around. Music has that effect. Massage therapy also. I remember a man saying he was in such pain because he had lots of brain tumors, and we had a hard time keeping him out of pain, and he didn't want to be completely comatose, so we wanted to keep him alert enough for his family. But massage therapy helped him, he said, as much as the pain meds.
I have no doubt that a number of people who come into this facility or any of the Hospice of the Valley homes, that they feel as if their family members must necessarily include their pets.
Oh, and they bring them. I think it was Sherman that had the pony come.
Wait, pardon me?
A small pony. But then that was Sherman. I'm pretty sure. Our Gardner home, which I think you've seen, had a full-sized horse come. Why? Because the lovely lady who was there was really too fragile and ill and didn't feel like she could make it to her home to say goodbye to her beautiful horse that she loved dearly. And so we brought the horse to her.
I was grateful that you let us bring Bijou, because I knew the answer to the question. Bijou, the golden doodle at the McMahon house, comes in, right? This gigantic white phantom dog, right?
And would it be fair to say he's friendly and exuberant?
Yes, and to visit my mother-in-law, for whom it meant so much. It really did. As did all of the care. By the way, I don't know whether you remember or not, but my mother-in-law and both of Duffy's parents were at the same hospice.
Of course.
But I don't know whether you remember or not, but on the slate behind my mother-in-law's bed, there were two instructions. One, turn on the Pat McMahon show at 9 o'clock every morning, honestly. And then every evening, turn on the Diamondbacks game. I think the Diamondbacks game actually had a priority.
Top of the list.
If I missed the Pat McMahon show, it's okay. He'll be back on tomorrow. But those are the kinds of nice things. Is you don't have to say, oh, well, may I watch this or may I watch that?
Do whatever you want. You know what we tell our staff? If a patient wants anything, you go for it. Find a way to do it, unless it's 100% illegal in all 50 states.
What about 87%?
But no, it has to be 100% illegal or immoral in all the states too. Those are our two rules. That's it.
You're very flexible. Where were you when I was in college, for crying out loud? We needed you as a house mother.
Yeah.
Very quickly, I want to ask you, because there's so many things to talk about, especially as we see this marvelous facility. I know there are many others with many different designs, but they all have the same philosophy, don't they? But are any of them available through anybody's insurance policy?
Insurance covers just about all the hospice that's provided in the country. Medicare has an excellent benefit for hospice care. Blue Cross, United, Aetna, name them all, Cigna, I don't want to leave anybody out. Everybody has a hospice benefit now, and it would be amazing if you as an individual looked at your policy, no matter what your age, and didn't have some hospice benefit.
This isn't just a career for you, is it?
Oh, it's just a love. It's a passion and a love and an absolute determination, because I want this kind of care to survive and not just be there, but really be robust and well known to everybody in the whole planet, and I want it to be perfect care.
Can the folks that are watching right now who have not lost anyone still come to Steele Park around Christmas time? Huh?
And see you?
Well, that isn't the reason they would be coming, but it's an extraordinary event.
It is.
And please share with the audience about what goes on at Steele Park every December.
Light Up a Life is an event for families who have lost a loved one or will lose a loved one or lost mom 10 years ago. Anybody who wants to come is welcome. And under the stars in that beautiful, beautiful park, in that outdoor amphitheater, we have a celebrity MC whose name is Pat McMahon, and beautiful candlelight, and a memory table so you can bring your memorabilia, and 2 outdoor-sized movie screens where we do a very lovely photo collage, and your family member is on the screen. People love that. I love that.
With extraordinary music going on by some of your favorites like Tony Bennett and Nat Cole.
Yep. And then some of those newer ones that I don't like as well, but still people like some of those too.
I don't recall too many hip-hop songs during that.
I don't even know what that is. But the thing is simple. The whole thing is simple. And when you think about it, that's grief and loss are complicated, but there's a part of life, so they really are simple. They're like birth. They're natural elements that we have to all deal with, and we all have or will lose somebody. So coming together and sharing and comforting each other turns out to be a great idea.
Susan Levine, Executive Director of Hospice of the Valley, not-for-profit. One final request for me. You've been chatting with me, and you've been chatting with the state of Arizona at the same time. But now I want you to just simply look into the camera, if you will, and tell our audience, good people, why they should feel totally and completely relaxed and comfortable visiting any hospice of the Valley.
Because, first of all, we belong to Hospice of the Valley. We are a voluntary community agency funded by Medicare. That means the people of Arizona own us, because that's how our funding comes to us, from your tax dollars. And we belong to you. And we want you to feel comfortable being in our presence, knowing that we have no agenda except to follow your family on a journey from beginning to end, and doing it your way. Doing the family's habits, the family's rituals, the family's way of relating. You don't have to sit around and talk about death and dying unless you want to. You can talk about gentle memories and create a scrapbook of your loved one's life if you wish it with us. We love to help do things like that. Anything you want for your last chapter, that's what we do.
And for the McMahon family, I don't do too many testimonials, but in this case, it was as a result of my experience, my wife's experience with Hospice of the Valley with her parents, that I was able to experience the most amazing farewells I've ever had in my life. We'll be back.